All right, y'all. So I'm not gonna make a long video. I just wanted to come on here and drop some knowledge real quick. I'm probably gonna title this video "The Power of Words." That title in itself has a lot of meaning behind it. Power of words. As you think, when you hear that initially, you think, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Like the power of words, the power of what you say. Also can kind of be related to the power of your mind, your thinking. A lot of times, I think when I say we, myself included, I think a lot of times we always say things like subconsciously, not even really understanding like what we're saying. We'll say stuff like, someone asks you, how you doing? You'll say, oh man, I'm trying to make it, somebody asks you, how you doing? You say, oh, I'm doing okay. Or you say, I've been better. You don't realize like what you're saying. Sometimes subconsciously it sounds like, we're saying things and we don't even realize what we're saying, So I tell people a lot of times you gotta be careful like what you say, what you speak, what you put out in the universe. Me, myself personally, I always try to speak positive, even if you may not feel at the time that, things are happening positive in your life. I feel like if you speak negative, sometimes you'll bring more negativity to your life, if that makes sense. I noticed when I was an amateur bodybuilder, I said that I wanted to be a professional bodybuilder, and I spoke that, into existence almost in a way. I didn't really necessarily know how it was going to happen. I just knew it was going to happen. So I spoke that, into existence, per se. A lot of people used to say to me that, I couldn't be a pro, or I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And if you start letting what other people say to you play back in your mind, before you realize it, you start believing what other people are telling you, and not even necessarily what you're telling yourself. So you'll catch yourself listening to other people's thoughts and what other people say, and you'll start believing it. Subconscious, you don't even realize it. I've noticed that people used to laugh at me when I said I wanted to become a professional bodybuilder. And now that I'm a professional bodybuilder, I don't really hear too many people laughing, because I've done it, I made something that was not possible in their eyes. I made it possible. And so now that it happened, it's not so funny anymore, Now it's, oh, I always knew he could do that, People want to see you do things sometime, and then they jump on the bandwagon or jump on board, and now they want to support you. And a lot of times, you have to believe in yourself first before other people do. So that's why I always say, always speak positive. Always speak things that you want into your life. I wholeheartedly, without a shadow of a doubt, feel like in the next 2-3 years, I feel like I'll be making six figures. I don't think you even necessarily have to know how you're going to do something. You're just going to know, or you need to know that you will do something, if that makes sense. Like, I may not necessarily know how I'm going to get to that point, or how I'm going to get to be able to afford that car, or how I'm going to get to the point where I can afford that house. But I just got to know, like, that I want that car and that I want that house. And people are going to come along the way and tell you, you can't do that. That's not possible. A lot of times they're telling you things that they can't do, or things they want to do, and they see you doing it, and so now it makes them feel uncomfortable. So they tell you, you can't do it, because it makes them feel okay about them being complacent and their goal setting or in their life. If you accomplish something that you set out to do, it makes them feel uncomfortable. And so now they feel like, oh man, now I have to step outside of my box to have that same accomplishment, because they see that you did something out of your comfort zone. And so now they feel like they have to. And that's change. A lot of people don't want that. So they speak negative. And it's not even, like I say, it's not even that they're hating on you. They're just speaking what they can't do onto you because they don't want to step outside of their box. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but a lot of people necessarily want to see you do well, just not better than them. So they speak things to try to off track you or sidetrack you from chasing your goals, because if you accomplish your goal, that makes them have to accomplish their goal, or makes them have to set a goal and accomplish it, and that takes them out of their comfort zone, and it makes them uncomfortable. And people like to be comfortable. You know, we're creatures of habit, and we like to be in what they call the homeostasis point. We don't like change, but the only way to progress and to get better is to change, and change is uncomfortable. You know, no one likes to be put in that situation to where they're forced to do something they don't want to do. But it's vital to your progression as a person, and it's vital to you accomplishing your goals. You have to endure some type of discomfort in order to reach your goal. You have to. I mean, there's no other way around it. So I want to leave with you all. Be very cautious and very careful about what you speak, what you say, subconsciously and consciously, because indirectly the two coexist and you don't even realize it. So with that being said, always speak positive. Always speak things that you want into your life, because like Will Smith said, the person that believes he can and he can't, usually both people are right. So there's power in words. What you say, what you speak, and what you think, your life becomes. So till next time, y'all be aced as always. Take care. I'm JT. I'm out. Catch you next time.